Hello and welcome back to Unpack Your Story World. Have you ever received a feedback that completely shocked you? Maybe someone told you you're intimidating, or you're difficult to approach, or not a good listener. And your immediate reaction was like, me? Impossible. Lakini, have you ever stopped to ask yourself, why does feedback sometimes surprise us so much? Why do people see things in us that we don't see in ourselves? Well, in the next minute, let's unpack that together. Because sometimes the feedback that shocks us the most is exactly the feedback we need the most. So, why does this happen? The reason feedback shocks us is simple. We experience ourselves from the inside. Other people experience us from the outside. We know what we intended because we see our intentions. Others experience our behavior, so they only experience what we did. And that gap, that difference between intention and impact is where blind spots live. For example, you may think you're being direct. Your team experiences you as harsh. You may think you're confident. Others experience you as arrogant. You may think you're helping. Others experience you as controlling. And that's why feedback can sometimes feel so uncomfortable. Not necessarily because it's wrong, but because it reveals something we couldn't see on our own. The good news though, blind spots don't have to stay blind. So if blind spots don't have to stay blind, how do we begin to uncover them? Here is a simple challenge for this week. Ask 3 people you trust 2 questions. What helps me succeed? And what sometimes gets in my way? Then do something that's not easy for most of us to do. Don't explain. Don't justify. Just listen. Because the goal isn't to prove that you're right. The goal is to understand how you are experienced by others. You might discover a strength you have been overlooking, or perhaps a blind spot that's been quietly limiting your growth. And that awareness could become the starting point for a meaningful change. You have asked the question. Now, take a moment to reflect on what you have heard. Because the goal of feedback isn't to make you feel bad. The goal is to help you see what you couldn't see on your own. And sometimes what others see that you don't may be the very thing holding you back. Make a list of what you have heard and then take the self-awareness assessment to discover your strength, to uncover your blind spots, and identify opportunities for growth. Please visit our website to access the assessment and start your own self-awareness journey. Until next time, unpack your story, discover your truth.